That was an accident, but I'm actually now curious about the other achievements. Let me check that. Oh my god, this achievement is messed up. Wow. Okay, I need to restart the game again. I'm not quite sure if this achievement is exactly what I think about it's gonna be, but from the name it sure sounds not nice. Okay, so for the next achievement, this is what I'm doing. The first thing I'm gonna do is choose the option "That's the thing." I have no idea. This is weird. When she asks about if I know what she thinks about, and then after that I'm gonna do the option with the story about the web and stuff like that. That's how you do this section. That's why this happened. Oh my god! I thought this was a part of this game. What the? Oh no. That actually jump scared me. That was horrifying. Finish searching. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No chance at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much, it hurts you. I wanna sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow, those words trigger a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Alright, let's stay here. There is no way somebody cares about you that much. Just for a couple of minutes, okay? What a bizarre building structure. Like a whole circle. My apartment building looks like a bottomless cooking pot, but instead of soot, it has hundreds of concrete and metal boxes on its walls. There are lights on the windows. There are muffled voices coming from the inside. The howling wind spirals up and splits into hundreds of independent streams. Seems like it wants me to be heard by every person living here. It must feel so lonely, living in an endless silence. Your apartment building is pretty weird, isn't it? I could see the horizon from my window before, and the building grew for miles in both directions. I guess at some point it circled around and closed on itself. Nothing unusual about that. How do you feel? I definitely feel. Sometimes that's more than enough. Still, you're anxious, aren't you? Of course. Moreover, I'm completely terrified. Was it that obvious? You're looking in every direction, but not up. Ah, this. I've already told you, haven't I? About what? Ah, you know, small stuff. Can small stuff make you terrified? It's hard to explain. I climb up the metal railing and let my legs hang down. I sneak short glances at the abyss from time to time. It replies with angry, cold breath. That's how we interact, like old friends. Sometimes I feel like the whole world pretends to be crazy, as if it's trying to make me believe in something that doesn't exist. That's weird, isn't it? Yes, but at the same time, it makes me feel a little bit happy. Everything around me was created for my sake, to deceive, trick, confuse me. If that's true, I guess I'm not so crazy myself, after all. You believing in this is the definition of craziness. You're probably right. Another gust of wind blasts against the pot's wall, smashing the glass to dust and blowing away the concrete crust. I, on the other hand, feel a gentle breeze that only ruffles my hair. I still haven't come up with a code word. You are the one to remember your promise. You don't need a code word anymore. I don't like when this happens. I want to remember certain things, only when I want to. Nonetheless, you've made that promise. And I'll keep it. But you need to keep in mind that from this moment on, Every word will bring me pain. I bend down and imagine falling into the abyss. I have exactly 2 minutes before I meet my end. Eh? Don't tell me she jumped. I had a friend online, my best friend, even though the combination of letters he used instead of his name wasn't that cool. Well, the combination of pixels he had instead of his photo was also boring and unattractive. This is so strange and wrong. Breaking the rules of being online. Why was he doing that? Maybe his code was a few lines short. I don't quite get what you mean. I could tell you about those rules. You can't find them anywhere. But I'm smart, so I figured them out myself. Although, I'm not sure if I should divulge them. Why? When I try to say what I think out loud, I tend to make mistakes. If I make just a single one, everything that comes after contradicts my thoughts. And I end up with the opposite position. And I don't want that. According to that logic, it'd be better for you to keep your mouth shut forever. Yeah, that's my dream. Keep my mouth shut, never get up from bed, never see or hear anything. Just dream on and on. Oh, why is everything so terrible? Don't get distracted. So, what was that about your friend? My friend? Ah, yes. He was brazen enough to... Come on, gather your thoughts. He somehow made me believe that he was real. He kept describing someone else's life to me in detail, as if it was him. And he expected me to do the same. And then I told him everything about myself, without hiding a single thing. I grit my teeth. The wind whips my face without mercy. It slices my skin into uneven stripes, as if it's a piece of thin cloth. He knew more about me than anybody else in the world. You know what he did? Yes. Sending an army of bots to harass me was probably fun. And what's most important, it was a win-win situation. They spawn here and there, simple bits of code that are effortless to run. No wonder the algorithm assigns that pattern more often than the others from the list. Text and video generators get to work at the same time. My name surfaces on the web more and more. It's unbearable. Unbearable. From around every corner, every balcony, ceiling, attic, wall, I always feel many pairs of watchful eyes directed at me. And now they watch me from the screens too. But I'll put an end to it. I've decided a long time ago. Though, maybe I only decided that only... My body finally crashes into the ground, smashing into millions of tiny pieces, like porcelain. It's my second death for today already. I'm cold. Let's go back inside. I return to my room. Thankfully, it hasn't changed one bit during the minutes I was outside. Without a second thought, I go towards my laptop and yank the power cable from the outlet. That's it. That's it. That's it. What are we going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. So that was the second death. Yikes. Alright, so let's see what we are missing still. And then we can go towards that. We're back in the room, and this time we're gonna interact with the backpack. I look down. My school bag, worn down and silly, is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into a sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Totally not cool. Senseless and cruel. You are there, but I don't care. Is it me you're laughing at? What? I'd never. After all, you're not my pet. I'm not going along with this nonsense anymore. Got it? Got it. Hey, it wasn't on purpose this time. Tell me what's inside your bag instead. Nothing special, mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. ... You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understood my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright, not like at home. That's it? Don't rush me, let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft, and the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes, the others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago, the tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there. We had dinner and went to our rooms. And what happened then? I guess that day has absolutely no special meaning to you. I guess. Like I told you, it was just a normal day. Okay. Tell me about it again. Is your memory that bad? Please. Oh, fine. That day, Dad picked me up from school earlier, explaining to me that I need to grow up. It's not like I could completely grasp what he meant. Either way, I didn't resist. We got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and went to our separate rooms. Satisfied? Tell me about it again. Dad dragged me out of the school building while I was scratching and biting. The teachers didn't interfere. That scene was ordinary for them. Who knows what the little brat has done. Then he pushed me into the car, and we drove home in complete silence. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner together, and went to our separate rooms. Please, let's not discuss this further. No, you'll tell me again. She's not happy about that one. Dad bought milk on our way home. Again. I hate milk so much. Mom was not home. Again. I hate Mom so much. What happened next? Suddenly, I feel someone's eyes on my back. Knowing that these moments should never ever be ignored, I turn around. But there's nothing there. What happened next? Everything that happened next happened after something that led to everything that happened after what had happened. I look at my bag again. Light pouring into the room through the window glints on the metal parts. And there's also a shadow underneath it, which means it's real. Sadly. Whatever, I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I manage to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? So this is already where we were before, so I'll try to go for something else. What's this? Alright, we're back in the room. I interacted with pills, the notebook, and I don't remember what else. But there was like 2 pixels here, which was a phone. I don't think we've found that when searching before. And we didn't activate the first dev, so let's continue. Finish searching. So let's go until I find something new here. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring! Fine. Close your eyes. Hello. Thank you for choosing our pizzeria. You know, this place is so empty, though I don't feel particularly good or bad because of it. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There's a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. I'm sure it will be able to fill the void around me if I try hard enough. Although... No matter how much I think, my surroundings don't change. Yes, things happen in my head, but they never left its premises. And it's not like I tried to suppress them. Maybe they were afraid to come out. What kind of pizza would you like to order? Anyway, there's so much space in my head that could be put to good use. So every thought would make a senseless and merciless circle in my head, destined to go back to where it started. But there should be an end somewhere. You can't wander around forever. What do you think? I know it sounds scary, but it's not scarier than constantly existing among the void. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Oh, don't run there. Please know that we have a special offer right now. 3 pizzas for the price of 2. Yeah, there's probably nothing good in having the same thoughts over and over. What's the point of having them, anyway? I could have escaped from here, but I feel like my thoughts aren't helping me at all. They should be ashamed, probably. It's nobody's fault that I can't see a door here. I would have had it easier with one. I tried to find it. It turned out to be a waste of time. No matter where I look, it's not looking good. Pun not intended. And that strips me of the last bit of hope for salvation. We also have a discount program for new customers. You can learn more about it on your account page. Don't you think that me being here is also a waste of time? What's the point of that? I can just keep on thinking, and even then, my thoughts are as meaningless and empty as everything else. Does it mean that I'm not filling the void, but I'm part of it? Then why should I feel anything? Why should I know that I exist? Although, I'm not even sure about that. This place is always neither warm nor cold. It's neutral. But at the same time, if I think about warmth, I feel warm. Maybe this world corresponds to my thoughts. I wouldn't want to admit that I'm completely empty. I'm not the reason everyone disappeared, right? Can't I just adapt and get used to having nothing around me, since I can't do anything about it? Are you ready to make your order? Yes, that's right. I shouldn't care. It's empty here. It makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm all alone, but at the same time, it feels like I'm not. There are a lot of thoughts in my head. They always keep me entertained. I can create a whole world with them. This place is safe, and nothing bad will happen here. Nothing good will happen either, though. Me being here is a waste of time. I don't feel the void. I'm a part of it. This strips me of the last bits of hope for salvation. I shouldn't care. It's empty here, and it makes me feel neither good nor bad. It's nobody's fault that I can't even see a door here. What's the point in having one? I feel like nobody is helping me. They should feel ashamed. I wouldn't want to admit it, but I'm all alone here. I can't do anything about it. Please note that we have a special offer right now. 4 pizzas for the price of 2. I don't care that this place is empty. You hear? I feel neither good nor bad. Oh God, why are you standing on the... I'm all alone. My head is full of thoughts. They eclipse the world around me. This space is pretty cramped, but at least it's safe. It's not. Even though I'll never feel good here. Does that mean existing is a waste of time? I need to decide, and my thoughts will help me. they'll lead me to the exit, and I'll be able to feel proud of myself. I'll be able to save myself. At the same time, I don't really care anymore. This place is empty, but it makes me feel neither good nor bad. I'm alone, but my head is full of thoughts. A whole world, one might say. If I try hard enough, it will be able to fill all the void around me. Still, no matter how much I keep thinking, my surroundings don't change. Yes, something happened outside of my head, but... what was it? There's not enough space for my thoughts. It's already filled with something else. Even if there's nothing around me, I'm still here. And my head is full of thoughts. If I try hard enough. So, the world isn't empty, after all. I can't see anything. Session timeout. Please reload the page. But that ending was unusual. Oh no, wait, she was dreaming. That was a dream, right. No, that makes sense now. Because in the first game she said that everything is red for her. That's why she can't enjoy stuff like, what it's called, visual novels anymore. Because she can't read them, the words and text are just meshing into one thing. So it was kind of confusing for me why she was able to write on the keyboard of the phone. But because it was a dream, and I guess the world was filled with colors, it makes sense now. But I don't like these endings at all. I feel like each one of them is gonna be worse and worse. And we got the most tame ones, probably. But anyway, let's get to another one, I guess. We're back with another ending. This time I picked up every firefly, but I skipped picking up the phone that we picked up in the previous ending. So let's see what we get this time. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring! Fine. Close your eyes. So this looks like the world just without seeing the red. Another terrible morning. Boo. Why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Ooh, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Ooh, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Oh, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom.
Ah, another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much, I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up! Yes, Mom.
Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up. There's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Boy, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Another terrible morning. Boo, why is my face always so stupid? I wonder what the others at school will think. Well, it's not that I care too much. I just don't want to be branded as a loser on my first day. Cheer up, there's nothing wrong with looking different. That's not what defines you, after all. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. Good morning. I feel wonderful today. Can't wait for my first day at school. Hey, hurry up. Yes, Mom. That's a strange ending. Like, the start of it was really interesting, but I thought it's like she wakes up and... or not wakes up, but she's in a dream and she thinks of herself as normal and going to school. And I thought it's gonna be a cutscene like that. Meanwhile, it ended up being just her imagining herself as like different things. Not sure what to think about it. So, for this ending, I didn't get the first death, so after that I picked up 3 fireflies, which is enough to just continue with the finished searching. And later I triggered the second death, or falling out of the balcony thing. So, those are the requirements, I guess. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. Green color, that is unusual for this game. I wake up lying on the cold floor in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There is no furniture, just naked walls, and a single door. I can hear muffled sounds coming from the other side of it. Scary sounds. I hug my knees and wrap myself in my sweater like it's a blanket. It's no use. I'm chilled to the bone. The room is pretty spacious, but I still can't shake the feeling that I'm trapped inside a suffocating casket, and the faint blue glow that sneaks in through the keyhole only adds to that feeling. Do I want to know what's outside? As if on cue, an inhuman roar comes from the other side of the room, of the door. It becomes louder and louder, more and more distinct with every passing second. Somebody, or something, is getting closer. I curl up into a ball, trying to take up as little space as possible. Maybe I can become invisible, or become smaller in some miraculous way. In the meantime, the howl becomes unbearably loud, but only for a moment. Then it sheepishly backs off, until I can't hear it anymore. I finally decide to stand up. After I do that, I hear another strange sound. It's coming from right above me now. The ceiling moves upwards, squeaking. Small debris is falling on my head. I squint a little, then raise my hand, trying to touch the ceiling, but it suddenly starts to rise quicker and instantly disappears into the darkness. I'm not in a casket anymore. Well, it wasn't exactly a casket now. It was a well in the form of a casket. The room becomes darker and colder. I'll have to do something at some point. Hours pass. I frantically run from one wall to another, delirious. The walls run away from me, making the already spacious room even bigger. In the end, I stand amidst endless darkness, and only the door is watching me with its eye. I kept purposefully avoiding it. I could sometimes hear horrifying rustles and howls on the outside. However, I don't even have a choice anymore. I slowly come to the door and reach out towards it. As expected, the door also moves away from me. I continue moving forward, with my hands stretched out. I don't want to lose the only source of light in this pitch-black darkness. At some point, I get tired of sneaking up on the door, like it's some wild animal, so I lunge at it, trying to grab the handle. However, at the last moment, the door whizzes away, and I fall to the cold floor, unable to keep my balance. It hurts. Stupid door. Stupid, nasty, cursed door. I hate you. I hate you. I scream at the top of my lungs. I finally let out all the despair that I had bottled up. I slowly realize how horrible the situation I end up in is. No, 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 no! I don't stop screaming for a moment, because I'm scared to end up in complete silence. If the reality around me disappears, my twisted imagination will take over, and the realized thing I have right now is my voice. Hey, I can hear you! A voice coming from the other side of the door. I'm here! Come closer! I scream thrice as hard as before. I scream until my throat hurts, until my ears start buzzing. My biggest wish right now is to keep in touch with that person, whoever they are. Hey, where are you? I rush towards the door, stumbling on the way. I keep running for a minute, for 10 minutes, but the door isn't even an inch closer. At the same time, the distance between us haven't grown either, which means I match it in speed. I just need to make one final push. I gather the last bit of strength I have and push my legs off the ground. The jump feels like an eternity. I stretch out my hand, almost touching the scratchy wood. I dive face first onto the ground with ridiculous speed. I slide at least 30 more feet like that thanks to inertia, leaving behind a bloody trail. My hand is still outstretched, trying to grab empty space. Tears stream down my face, making the numerous scratches burn. I try to wipe them, but I scream and yank my hand away the moment I touch my face. My lips and nose are now a mushy mess. Somebody, help! The other side of the door is completely silent. The silence reigns for an excruciatingly long time. However, at some point that silent torture ends. Hey, I can see you! I try to reply, but stifled whimpers come out of my throat instead of words. Are you hurt? Yes, yes! I stand up from my knees, despite continuing to cry. I take a couple of deep breaths and start running again. I keep running for hours. I feel like the door is closer to me by an inch or two now. I almost let myself stop for rest at that thought. I can't rest. I'll catch up to it sooner or later. The voice from the other side of the door keeps asking me how I feel. I let out heavy, ragged breaths in reply. I'll fall from exhaustion if I utter even a single word. Still, I'm thankful to them and don't want them to become silent. After another hour passes, I barely scratch the handle with my nails. I'm almost there. I'm so scared. Why aren't you doing anything? Why are they doing this to me? Don't they understand how painful this is for me? Almost. There. You're scaring me. Go away. Rage fills my brain. I ignore the pain in my bones and channel all my strength into one final jump. No! Go away! I firmly grasp the handle and open the door. Blinding light hits my eyes. I lose the ground beneath my feet and start falling. I'm lying face down in grass. I smell water, earth, and the dampness of the night. And grass, of course. The wind tickles the back of my head. It howls and jumps around restlessly. Lying down like this is unpleasant and rude, when nature is so alive around me, with sound and, I'm pretty sure, colors too. I stand up, full of anticipation. I see an endless field, a clear sky without a single star, and a pale moon somewhere very, very far away. I shake my head and try to focus my eyes on anything, but to no avail. My surroundings are just too vast. I feel dizzy. Bam! I'm lying in the thick, wet grass again, but this time I'm looking at the darkness of a night sky, instead of just darkness. Is there any real difference though? The wind howls. It's clearly upset, but what can I do about it? I hear an indiscernible echo coming from far away. A wolf or someone else. Does it even matter? I'm in the grass. Nobody can see me. Oh. The echo draws closer and closer. At some point, I realize that it's not a wolf. I jump up and start turning my head in panic. Where is that sound coming from? I haven't said that out loud, but got an instant reply. Oh. Hey, I can hear you! My voice runs across the field, mixing with the rustle of the grass and the howls of the wind. It feels like it's about to get absorbed by them, but... Oh. Hey, where are you? Oh. I can't understand where should I run to, and if I should run at all. Somebody clearly wants me to find and help them. Maybe they're hurt. The grass tickles my heels while I drag my feet in the direction where I think the sound is coming from. There's not a single tree or stone around, only an endlessly white field. I hear a resounding, painful scream. I shut my eyes and cover my ears. I suddenly feel scared. The scream is turned into a cry. I carefully raise my head, still scared to death. Somewhere very far away, among the thick grass, I spot a silhouette. Just a small, dark spot, but... Hey, I can see you! The silhouette doesn't move, but the sound is definitely coming from its direction. No, it's not a scream, more like a whimper or wheeze. Oh... Are you hurt? No reaction again, just muffled sounds. Maybe it's the wind going mad, and the black spot is just a stone or a tree. I walk away, disappointed. 100 steps, 200 steps. Then I turn around. Surprisingly, the spot hasn't become smaller. I start jogging. The grass is no longer tickling me. It's whipping my ankles, leaving cuts. Feeling of panic and unexplainable dread grow inside me. A stone, a tree. Why the hell is this field endless? I don't turn around anymore. I know it's chasing me. The sound reaching my ears becomes even stranger, louder, and more distinct. The wind is bullying me too, huh? Isn't that right? That's the case, right? Finally, I stop. I run out of breath. I'm at the brink of dying. At least, I think so. Oh... The horrifying voice is coming right from behind me. I turn around instinctively and, for some reason, try to shield my face. But I end up losing balance and falling to the ground. The grass replies with a nasty cackling rustle. Oh... I've had enough. I spring up. The silhouette is still there, at the same distance as before. It's standing there, without moving an inch. I'm scared here, you know? Why won't you do anything? The silhouette trembles and then starts slowly gliding towards me, followed by new sounds, wheezes, moans. Fear shackles me. I can only stand and watch the approaching black spot. My lips are parched. I speak in a voice I don't recognize. You're scaring me! Go away! After that, The spot expands rapidly, and in the blink of an eye, most of the sky and the field is consumed by the sticky, cold darkness. Paralysis finally lets my body go, and I immediately sprint away. Oh! I run so fast that the grass turns into a dark green mush under my feet. I slip up, fall, and run again. Oh! No, 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 no! Oh! No! Go away! An unknown force turns my head with a crunching sound, and the darkness consumes everything. I wake up on the cold floor, in the center of a cramped room. I look around without standing up. There's no furniture, just naked walls. What was that ending? At the start of this ending, I thought it means... This kind of looked like we are in a dark room, and we try to run out of it, and the figure on the other side is like scared of us at some point. Then we wake up on the cold grass, and I thought that would mean that we'll hear the figure from the room again, like our past selves, and try to do exactly what happened there. But no, that was... what the hell was that? That was horrifying. Alright, time for the last ending. This ending's requirements are... We didn't get the first death, so... Like I explained before. We didn't get the second death of falling out of the balcony. We only collected the minimal amount of fireflies, which is 3. And that's it. So let's see what we'll have here. Fine. Close your eyes. I wake up and immediately almost lose consciousness from horror. A thin metal stairway snakes around a giant column, disappearing into the darkness. I press myself into the cold wall and pray that I freeze into it. This feeling... I know I've spent a couple of hours or days here, but I don't know how high the column is. I don't know whether I'm going up or down. A billion pounds of concrete and a million miles of emptiness. It's impossible to stay sane when you're near cosmic numbers like that. Looking at them, touching them, even thinking of them makes me feel unimaginable horror. It was just a matter of time before my short time here will end. My mind will melt, and my body will turn to dust. The wall's square surface scratches my face. The steps under my feet hum from the wind, eager to escape the concrete's clutches and dive into the abyss along with me. But I'll stay here. I'll stay here without going anywhere. I won't even open my mouth. My every word will be swallowed up by the abyss. I won't take a single step. Why would I? To find out where the stairway abruptly ends. It's all meaningless. Many units of time pass, but I'm still unmoving. My whole body is trembling, but then I realize it's the whole space around me that is trembling. It can't wait to destroy me. Maybe I should gather my will and at least turn my head. That thought doesn't stay in my head for long. It's torn out with inhuman force. Unaware of what's about to happen, I slowly turn my whole body with a squeak. No, this is not what I wanted. Don't! Amongst the silence sings a lonely colossus, unmoving, until the music stops. The bridge across the dark abyss cannot be seen. Oppressive, thick, sticky air drives itself into my ears, silencing my thoughts with a haphazard string of words, while I watch the scene before me unfold. Hundreds of giant concrete structures, just like mine, spread in tidy rows endlessly in all directions. Stairways wrap around them like vines. There, at the end of this world, there is a person smiling. This world still exists, but all that makes it both exist and not. I try to erect a mind block, but to no avail. My brain is already at the mercy of the super creature. A moment passes, and I realize that my body doesn't belong to me either anymore. My legs start moving on their own. The only thing I can do is choose the direction. Up, down, or... The crowd notices blood on Wozek's hands. He runs away. Mendel appears. He has nothing human about him, apart from his excessive grace and hidden elegance. He walks out to the center of the stage. First act begins. Foreign thoughts become even more incoherent. There is less and less space for my own. Do you feel the connection to your body clearly, or does it still cause confusion and fear? If you've been living through that fear a lot recently, how did it manifest, exactly? Answer honestly, don't hide anything. I decided to descend. Descend. You can have a sneaking suspicion that something is wrong, because your path has changed. Maybe you started talking the wrong way, or made some sort of mistake. If so, start getting used to your new life. Try creating imagery that would instill the feeling that everything is as it should be, and, with time, it will create a new order inside you. I don't doubt that you're going through some hard times, but you have to make sacrifices. Grow up. Only then you'll be able to obtain the meaning of life. Do you get it? Try that if you find it important. Every passing day is a precious gift. If you share a piece of that gift with the world even once, it'll seem like a speck of dust. Do you get it? No, I'm sorry. I won't get that then. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Yes, even you get it. When you notice how people look at themselves in the mirror, when you look at your own reflection and realize that it exists in reality, do you understand how exactly it exists? What a strange ending. Alright, let's think about the endings that we got. The ending that we got here, at the start it was really weird. It felt like it was some kind of fear, but with the imagery that was shown, the voices that were forced into the head, it looked more like a psychiatrist, and I guess it is one of her fears. The previous ending, the green and being in the room, I think that was the fear of being alone, and she was trying to be with someone, or trying to get help. Then what ending else were there? There was the ending with the phone, and I'm not quite sure what did that ending mean. If there is some kind of fear behind it, I don't know. The other endings were... everything is fine. I guess that the ending was kind of how she reflected herself, the imagery of what she sees in herself. I don't know. And the last ending was the going to the store with the milk, but she was in the perspective of the visual novel monologue instead of herself. Jeez, the endings in this game were wild. But this is it for this series. For milk inside and outside, a bag of milk. And milk outside, after playing this for the first time, I'm really happy with how this game looks like, because it looks like a really good sequel. I'm really happy that this game is a good sequel, and when going from the first game to the second game, it's just the same, but more. And that isn't always the case with sequels, like if you think about something like Hotline Miami 2. The game, from the gameplay standpoint, was the same but more, but from the storyline it was completely different. And I'm happy that this is a straight up continuation of the first game, where in the first game she went to the store, she came back with the milk, the medicine wore off, so she in this game comes into the house, and we see perspective from her eyes. Then we go back into the perspective of the visual novel And we continue the game from that. And the endings are her dreams, so we go into her perspective again. This game was really good. I'm really happy that I played it. And the fact that I waited so long to play it before and not just play it a couple of years ago. Because then, oh my god, I would regret this decision so much. I've only edited the Milk Inside and first episode, and I hope it was a good series, because I kind of wanna rewatch it, because I've recorded it over 6 weeks, where the episode 1 to, I'm assuming 3, were like, most of it was recorded in 1 day, or 2 days. Then the phone ending was recorded 3 weeks later, and this is recorded another 3 weeks later after that. The endings, reflection, and after that. Well, yeah, this was a game. I like how it's just the same but more, and I really like the first game, so it's exactly what I wanted to see from a sequel. I don't think there's gonna be a sequel after this. The first game and the second game had a couple years apart from what I remember, but I don't see a point of continuing the story here. I think the story is perfectly fine. Even when playing the first game, I didn't really see a point in there being a sequel to that game, but the fact that this game showed the real world, or how it should look like from the point of a normal person living in it, and the fact that we're not in this, like I said in the first episode, like this insane world with monsters where the main character looks like an alien because she seemed like a normal human. That was a mindfuck, not gonna lie. The fact that it was just shown that, yep, there's a normal world, and the location that we were in does look like exactly what I expect from Russia/Poland structure when it comes to the building, because the imagery of those big buildings plus the railings, yep, I lived in something like that, so that was like, Jesus. And the fact that we see the room here, the fact that she's living in one room where she has her pills, bed, entertainment, such a small room, and everything is here. That's a depressing world. And she has a balcony. Like, this is insane to me. Like, this one detail. She has a room with a balcony after her father committed suicide from jumping out of a window, balcony, or something else. Like, this is insane. And this is open. It's not permanently shut. Like, this... Yeah, this is just messed up. But okay, enough rambling from me. I really liked this game. Oh my god. I really like this game. It was, I don't know how to call it, fun to play, interesting, maybe it's the better word. And yeah, that's it for this series. Bye bye.
Stay fabulous.